This match is going to go down as an instant classic. There is so much to unpack, so many talking points. I had to write it all down. Well, let's start one event at a time. The penalty. Was it a penalty? Some people feel that Ronaldo went down too easily, that he embellished it, perhaps a dive. But if you watch closely, he actually baited the defender into fouling him. And there's contact. There's contact. Is it a penalty? Yeah, it's a penalty. But it's really soft. It's a soft penalty, but there's contact, and by definition, it's a penalty. And it was cheeky because you saw the wink that he gave to him afterwards. He baited him into it. He took the bait, stood up to take the penalty, and he scored. And he gave Portugal the 1-0 lead. Portugal could have went ahead 2-0, but Guedes, the 21-year-old, one of the players I picked to be the best young player of the tournament, Gonzalo Guedes, when Portugal was on the counter, I think Ronaldo was being too... he wasn't being selfish enough. He shouldn't have passed it on to Guedes, because when Guedes had the ball and it was just him one-on-one with De Gea, he hesitated. He didn't look confident, and he wasted the opportunity. I thought Ronaldo should have taken the shot, and that could have put Portugal 2-0 up at the half. But we saw what happened afterwards. Costa equalized for Spain. Great goal right on the edge of the box. There's a whole question of whether or not he actually committed a foul in the lead up to that goal. I thought at first that he did commit a foul, but it looked like Pepe had exaggerated it. Mirror image of the Ronaldo penalty just a few moments earlier. VAR confirmed the goal, and we were all square at 1-1. But here's the thing. That kick by Isco that was ruled off due to goal line technology was a thunderbolt. An absolute thunderbolt. But it would not have counted because there was an offsides that was caught by the assistant linesman. And then Ronaldo, coming in clutch again, scoring his brace to get Portugal to the 2-1 at the halftime. And then we saw Spain come out in the second 45 minutes. We had this whole question of how Spain was going to enter this tournament. Would the last-minute managerial change through Lopetegui discourage them? Would they be able to get their tactics and their act together for this game because they were bringing in Hierro, a manager who was coaching his first game with Spain? Imagine that. Your first game in charge at the helm is in the World Cup. You have very, very little time to prepare, really no time to prepare at all, because it's the opener and you fire your coach the day before the tournament even starts. And the way that Spain came back, the way that this galvanized them, not just the chaos of the last few days, but being down 2-1 at the half, really shows a lot of character. It really shows a lot of character. Let me see if I'm still recording. And then in the second half, Diego Costa got his second in the match, so he scored a brace. Diego Costa finally finding a more comfortable spot, a more comfortable position on this Spanish team. It took him a little while to get used to it. He had a disappointing World Cup 4 years ago in Brazil. The whole team in general had a disappointing World Cup. But it's nice to see that Diego Costa has finally found his footing with the Spanish national team. Choppy defending by Portugal from the free kick that led a little bit of a scramble in the box to Spain's equalizer. And then just a few minutes later, my God, Nacho. That's the goal of the tournament so far, in my opinion. Maybe you want to say Ronaldo's free kick, but from open play, from a non-set piece position, that's the best goal of the World Cup. And for Spain to just go from 2-1 and retaking the lead within the span of a few minutes, considering everything that they've been going through, this team can go far. I don't think they're going to get to the final. I don't think they're going to win it. I don't think they're going to get to the final. but they don't seem too far shaken by all the developments that have arisen in the last few days in the Spanish FA, in the Spain national team. And Nacho's goal was unreal. I mean, my God, it looked like it took a deflection and hit the post a couple of times, but that was a remarkable strike. And it was daring, too. It was daring because he didn't have to take it. He could have continued the high press. We know Spain, they always play this high-pressing, suffocating tiki-taka, but he went for it, and it paid off. And then for most of the game, it looked like the tempo was dying down a little bit. Spain had the 3-2 lead, but actually they looked like they were going to score another one. It looked like Spain were going to score sheet again. Maybe Diego Costa was searching for his hat trick. This would end 2-4, maybe 2-5. It looked like Portugal had completely lost the narrative of the game because it was completely ceding into Spain's corner. But then the free kick on the edge of the box, and you see Ronaldo. I'm not going to lie. I screamed when this goal went in. I was watching this with my father, and I said, "No way! No way he's going to make this." You look at his face, his concentration, his heavy breathing, in that high stakes, high pressure situation, in the 87th, 89th minute to score this goal. The way the ball, oh my God, that was nuts. That was incredible. I don't have words to describe it. Because to be able to make a strike like that, from that position, to get a team a result in a crucial match, your opening match, is world class. And it's not just world class, but it's GOAT territory. That's what it is. And we have our first hat trick of the tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo, here's a statistic. He has now scored as many goals in this one World Cup, in this one match, as he had in the last 3 World Cups combined. And now, he is the leading goal scorer for Golden Boot. It's still very early, but to score a hat trick against 2-time European champions, your arch nemesis, your neighbors in the Iberian Peninsula, Spain, one of the favorites to go on to win this tournament, still one of the favorites to go on to win this tournament. This is not a hat trick against Iceland. This is a hat trick against a very battle-hardened Spanish team, a Spanish team that's been through a lot, a Spanish team that had the lead for large stretches of this game. And you can just look in his eyes, his facial expression when he was going to take that kick, that how much it meant to him. And for him to pull it off, and the way that he did it, the curve on that, right in the upper right-hand corner, that's incredible. I think this match is going to go down as an instant classic. It's already one of the best matches that I've ever seen in a World Cup, and it might be the game of the tournament. It's still too early to say that because we still have 60 matches to play. I hope it's not the game of the tournament. Hopefully we have more great, electric, high-octane tenacity games, but it's already the candidate for the game of the tournament and one of the greatest World Cup games ever. This was a special day for football and a special day for international football on the global stage. Iran and Morocco, they're going to have their hands full. Iran are actually on top of the group at the conclusion of day 2 at the World Cup in Group B. Iran are at the top of the group in Group B, but they have their work cut out for them if they want to stay there. But Messi, the ball's in your court, man. You're playing tomorrow. Let's see you have a great tournament. Let's see you do something like this, because this is greatness. It's not just team greatness, it's individual greatness. And we are so lucky to be alive in an era of great footballers like this.